Today, I want to talk to you about YouTube videos. Specifically, we'll talk about creating a valuable video and, more importantly, increasing your watch time. Because I've said before, the two most important things on a video are click-through rate and watch time. Before we get into that talk, I want to caveat this whole thing by saying anything I ever tell you about how to make a good video will be completely undercut by you clicking off of this video right now and making a video. Like, click out of this stream, click off of this video, and go make a video, and you will learn so much more than I could ever tell you right here. But also watch this video because I need the watch time as well. So, with that said, let's talk about value, right? So, everything in life is transactional, okay? And the current YouTube meta is the transaction of value for time. So the more value that a YouTube video provides to someone, and there's a ton of different ways to provide value, but the more value that a YouTube video provides to someone, the higher the watch time will be. Because the person will be invested in the value that you're providing them, and they will stick around for longer. Makes sense. Forehead, am I right? So my question to you, if you're trying to start a brand on YouTube, or a brand at all, or a business, because this applies everywhere, even if you're trying to like make more friends with people, my question to you is, what value are you providing? In any situation, what value are you providing? In YouTube, what value is each one of your videos providing? Is it entertainment value? Some people are naturally entertaining. I don't think I am. That's why I stopped recording. That's why I stopped streaming games, because I don't think I'm entertaining enough to stream games. I don't think I provide enough value in that department. I think I can provide more value right here where I am, which is why I do this. If you're interacting with other people, think to yourself, how can I provide value to the other person as much as possible? And you'll see your relationships improve. I almost guarantee it. In fact, I do guarantee it. But there's a lot of nuance that goes into that. This outside the scope of this talk. Now, when it comes to actually providing value, I think the easiest way to do this on YouTube specifically is how-to content. How-to content is extremely easy to make, especially if you know a lot about a specific subject. And if you can make it entertaining in a way and provide that information and that value, you will get views. I can almost guarantee it. After that, it literally comes down to your title and your thumbnail, which we talked about last week. But beyond title and thumbnail, content is king. Because if you don't get that watch time, and that watch time is going to be determined by how good the video is. How-to content. Basically ask yourself, what do I love doing that I have an above average level of knowledge in? Okay? People think that in order to teach someone how to do something or teach someone something else, that they have to be a master at it or like heavily accomplished at it. I'm here to tell you that that is wrong. This is just objectively wrong. Okay? If you want to make a channel completely around chess, you do not have to be GM Hikaru to make chess content. You could be someone that just is at a higher than average level in chess. It's my philosophy that as long as you know more about a subject than the people that you are teaching, you can provide value to them. And this is true pretty much across the board. Which is why, even though I'm not an accomplished marketer or an accomplished businessman, that because I know about the subject, that I can provide value in this department. I think this is where a lot of people think that they can't provide that value. So if you're an artist, can you teach people how to draw? Can you teach people how to play WoW if you're a really good WoW player? Can you teach people how to play Fortnite if you're a really good Fortnite player? Like Fortnite, for example, I just found out, and I never even thought of this, but I just found out that like building patterns is like a drill you can do. Like you can drill building patterns. You know, when they're running around and as they're moving, a structure will just appear in front of them. That's like a thing you can train. To sit there in like a solo lobby and just train the button patterns to like be able to build shit like that and at that speed. And if you could teach people those drills, that's valuable. That's extremely valuable. Some people are entertaining enough to be able to provide enough entertainment value for their entire brand to be based on entertainment. And by that, I mean, like, some people are funny enough to do comedy, like skits and shit. I am not. That's why I don't do it. Some people are entertaining enough when they're playing a game and they're like energetic enough that they can provide value while playing a game. I cannot. It's just a self-reflective thing that I came to, that I cannot do that. But I can provide value in the things that I am constantly thinking about or learning about or researching or taking notes on. And, you know, this is kind of where I found myself after that. So that's the first thing to think about, is value. How can you provide value in a way that's entertaining but still extremely valuable? And that is like the biggest piece of this puzzle. Now we'll talk about how to increase your watch time. Now this is very tactical, and this is the part that, you know, is going to get like kind of min-maxy, if you will. So ultimately, if you take nothing from this talk, it's the value. Take the value away from it. Take the fact that you need to provide value to people in order to be successful on this platform. That is the most important thing I can tell you in this talk. And with that, we'll go on to the tactical shit. So, watch time. First step, biggest thing about watch time, is if you look at your video, right? You look at the YouTube will actually give you a graph. When you go into your analytics, YouTube will give you a graph, and it will literally like show you where people click off. It'll literally show you exactly the time when most people click off of your video, right? So if you find that most people are clicking off of your video at the 1 minute 30 mark, what did you do in your video at the 1 minute 30 mark? Right? What happens at the 1 minute 30 mark that's causing people to click off? It could be anything. It could be like a 2-second like intro that plays and people just click off because they get bored. It could be that you didn't hook them quick enough, so they click off because they got bored. But like, look at your video. What happened between 0 seconds and 1 minute and 30 seconds that caused people to click off of your video? Something happened in that time frame that caused them to click off. And if you can identify what that thing is and fix it for the next video, that will put you leagues ahead of most other people on this platform that are starting out. Now, like I already said, the YouTube algorithm cares about click-through rates, which we talked about in the last video, and long watch times. Okay? So, how do you increase your watch time? The way you increase your watch time, there's two ways that there's two methods that I like to talk about, or that I'm going to detail for you today. So the first one I'm calling the Logan Paul method. Okay? Because whether you love or hate Logan Paul, I don't really care. He's fucking a really smart marketer, and that's that. So what I want to talk about is this video he has here.
What is this kid doing now?
Okay, so what we're going to notice as we watch this video, I want to watch this video real quick. And what we're going to notice is like every like 30 to 40 seconds, it like basically is a whole different video. Okay, so right now he's skating down the street with a dog on his back. Right?
Good treadmill.
12 seconds in. 12 seconds in. Now we have a treadmill and a basket. And what are we doing with this treadmill and basket? We're launching people in the pool. This has nothing to do with this has nothing to do with the dog from before, right? So 12 seconds in, now we're treadmill basket pool. Okay? Whole different thing. Right? Fucking, where does it change again? It changes again. So a minute in, it changes again.
Mine! That squeaking sound! Mine!
Oh no! Fuck!
We're fucking with like a raccoon or some shit in a cabinet. Then fucking 40 seconds in, it changes. And then like, you see how like every like 30 to 40 seconds, the scene just completely changes. What does this remind you of? I don't know about you, but this reminds me of TikTok. Think about it. What is TikTok? Well, TikTok is a platform where you open it up and you watch a video that's less than a minute long. It's 15 seconds to a minute long, right? And you watch it. And then that video finishes and you swipe up and you go to the next video. You watch it. That video finishes, you swipe up, you go to the next video. And you will do that for hours and not realize that hours have gone by. You will sit there and watch hundreds of videos for hours and not realize that you just did it. I'm speaking from experience, because I have done that before. I sat down, started scrolling through TikTok, and about 3 hours later, realized that I was scrolling through TikTok. That's what happens. Logan Paul's video format here, where the scene changes every 30 to 40 seconds, is and these rapid short clips is replicating what TikTok is able to do to the human psyche. That's what he's doing here. So what this happens is it eliminates your chance of downtime, because everything is constantly changing, so it's constantly new and fresh, you know. And they're completely separated. Like each clip is not related in any way to the one before it, other than that it might be the same day. But even then, it's like, is it the same day? We don't actually know that. We have no idea. They're completely unrelated. But you will still sit there and watch the whole thing, even though it's a 3 to 5 minute video. So for someone like comedy, someone that's trying to do like a comedy channel, this might be something you want to look at. Someone whose content is relatable to like a Zoomer sort of TikTok-y style thing. This is what you want to do. This is by far and away the best strategy that you can follow for short form, quickly paced content. Now for longer, more informative content, I call it the Mark Rober method. Okay, and here's how we're going to describe the Mark Rober method. So Mark Rober, this guy's interesting, and the reason you should pay attention to him is because he has 15 million subscribers, and his videos get upwards of 50 million views, but he only posts like once a month. Okay, so he's completely broken that like meta of like post once or twice a week. He's completely broken that, and the way he's broken it is he knows this YouTube algorithm like the back of his hand. He's cracked it. In the same way that Mr. Beast and his team have cracked it, this guy's cracked it. Now, what Mark Rober does is very quickly, within the first minute to 3 minutes of the video, he tells you what you're watching, why you're watching it, and how he's going to do it. Like, basically, he tells you what he's going to do, how he's going to do it, and why he's going to do it. Right? So let's just watch this, and I'll explain what I mean.
This is a bird feeder, and everything to my left is my attempt at making it squirrel-proof.
There's our what. He just told us what he's doing. He's making a squirrel-proof bird feeder.
If they want the bird seed, they will first need to pass through what is basically an 8-part Ninja Warrior obstacle course for squirrels.
That's the how. He just told us how he's going to do it.
This course is extremely challenging. It is not for the timid of heart. But out of the gate, I will admit that in hindsight, that I completely underestimated my adversary. Now, if you're wondering why I would go through all this trouble, we need to go back 8 weeks ago when I found myself stuck at home and very bored. So I installed a bird feeder and decided to become a bird watcher. And it was just so lovely. Until they showed up. Now, luckily, my bird feeder...
Now, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing, but for the next minute or so, he is him basically telling you a story of his why, basically. So he tells you, like, already within the first 3 minutes of the video, we know what he's doing, why he's doing it, and how he's doing it. So this makes you very interested in the rest of the video. And Mr. Beast is also kind of vetted this concept, because he said that he's like the easiest way to like hook people into a video is to straight up right at the beginning of the video tell them exactly what the video is about. And he's like literally, like, if you're gonna fill a pool with Orbeez, he's just like, say, hey, we're gonna fill this pool with Orbeez, and people are like, holy fuck, I need to see this happen. People think that a lot of people think that like this element of like mystery and concealment, like trying to get the viewer like, oh, the viewer doesn't know what's gonna happen, so he's gonna like want to know and actively find the answer. These people just don't understand how human behavior works or marketing. Because what this actually does is confuses the fuck out of people and makes them less interested and care less. That's what that does. This is very easy to do with like thumbnail and title. Like if you put a thumbnail and then like a title, and like you in your head you're like, oh, it's a mystery. They're gonna want to know why I did this thing, and then they'll click on it, and or like why is he holding an axe in the thumbnail? It's like, well, if the title doesn't tell them why he's holding an axe, they're not going to click on it to figure it out. More than likely, it's just going to confuse the shit out of them, and they're going to move on with their life. This is something a lot of people miss the mark on. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole talk. This was a bit of a short one. I hope that you guys got a lot of value out of this. Quick little recap. Remember, everything is transactional, so make sure that you're providing value, and the viewers will provide their time. Look at people like Mr. Beast, Mark Rober, and Logan Paul as ways to possibly format your videos, because these guys, they have the watch time. Okay, look at people that have high watch time and try to figure out and unpackage how they're doing their videos and why it works. Okay, we kind of explained a little bit of it here. I hope I was able to maybe provide a different angle on maybe how you think about creating your YouTube video or structuring it. But like I said, ultimately, the only thing that will make you better at making YouTube videos is making YouTube videos. So go make a YouTube video.